Now, a while ago on the channel, I showed you one of the first HDMI 2.1 switches. This is it right here. And since then, we've gotten some new products to hit the market that expand upon this. And I want to show you one today that I've been using for a while now that's been working flawlessly for me with my PS5 as well as my Xbox Series X. This comes to us from Tech. I'm going to link to it in the description down below. And we get a number of upgrades on this device that weren't on the one I was using before. You get a warranty card inside of the packaging, nothing special there. And this is going to run you just under $50. I'll link to it down below. Here it is. It's an all metal encasement, so it feels really nice and a solid build. It has a manual selector switch along the top. Each one of these inputs, we get 3 HDMI 2.1 inputs that support up to 8K 60 Hz or 4K 120 Hz. We get an upgrade in the sense that we've got a USB-C input for your power for this device. We also have IR and then only one HDMI 2.1 output. And then we've got rubber footers on the bottom. You get a cable inside of the packaging that's going to allow you to power this up. So the other end's going to plug into, a wall adapter or whatever. And then it includes a remote that powers it on and off. You can switch selectors if you choose to do it that way. It takes one CR2025 battery that's not included. This is a horrible image, but I want to give you an idea that the LED that lights up on this is not bright, so you don't have to worry about that. Now let's go ahead and pop on over to the PS5 because I want to show you that it indeed supports literally everything. So 120 Hertz across HDR, across non-HDR, it's going to support VRR. If you've got Dolby Vision, it'll support that. And notice the flicker here. That's normal. I get a lot of questions on my prior video. Is the flicker normal? And the answer is yes, because when your monitor or your television needs to change frequencies or change into HDR, it's going to do that. And that's what you see. Now, keep in mind that 120 Hertz at 4K is only going to be supported on certain games. And we're looking at Destiny 2 there, and you have to go in and you have to enable that. And it only supports it in Crucible mode. And that's what you see here. So when we go into Crucible mode, and I'm using a monitor, an LG gaming monitor here that supports HDMI 2.1, you're going to see that it does report the 120 Hertz, as you see right here. But again, this is not widespread as of yet. So not all games support it on the PS5. Outside of Crucible mode in Destiny 2, it's 60 Hertz. And at the PS5 dashboard, as of right now, it's also 60 Hertz. So you're not going to get 120 at that point. It's a little bit different on the Xbox Series X. You can go in, you can enable 120 Hertz, and it will report it at the dashboard, which I'll show you in a moment here. And as we go into the settings, you're going to see that everything is capable here. My monitor doesn't support Dolby Vision, so it says it's not, and I've turned HDR off. But I'll turn it on so you can actually see that it works. But again, this switch is going to allow for you to use Dolby Vision, allow you to use HDR, allow you to game up to 4K 120 Hertz for those games that support it. If you wanted to go 8K 60 and you have the means, you can do that as well. But you do have to have a device that supports HDMI 2.1. Otherwise, this switch will just act like a normal switch. And that's really the key thing to note here. Of course, VRR is supported as well. And so you can see this at the dashboard on the Xbox. Like I mentioned, it does support 120 Hertz, so it reports it as such. Like I say, I've been using this one for a while now. It's my go-to. I have no issues playing games on my PS5 or Xbox Series X. And I highly recommend it. So if you guys like the video, please give it a thumbs up. Don't forget to hit subscribe on the way out the door. And if you got questions, leave them down below. Thanks for watching, and I'll catch you next time.